Good morning, everybody. Had a lot of people ask me about my antiquing process, so I figured I'd do a short, quick little video. Got a fender here going on a saddle. Got it tooled, oiled. I use 100% pure needs foot oil. Works great for me. I use it on everything I do. This already has a coat of oil and one coat of tan coat. Let it dry 20-30 minutes probably. Just save some time. I already did that process. So from here I use dark brown antique paste. This is just my choice of finish. I also, mahogany is a very popular one as well. So all we do, tan coat, dried, antique. Get the camera pointed down so y'all can see a little better. Okay, just got a good amount of antique and we're just going to rub it on. You can use sheepskin for this. I prefer my hand just because I can get it down in the crevices a little better with my hands. I feel like I like to put my hands on my projects. That way I know exactly where it's going, control it a little easier. Getting every little cut, every little shade, detail. This is what makes your project really stand out. This is where all that decorative cuts and beveling really gets brought out. I am also working on some pattern packs or tooling packs to go with a lot of the Maker's leather supply, and oh, sorry, dog was jumping on the door. Maker's leather supply acrylic templates. I've had a lot of people interested in those, so I am working on a little book that everyone can tool and work on. And I also plan on doing some videos on some of those patterns. That way you can see how I tool them and maybe help you out a little bit in the beginning. So all I do is take a paper towel in the beginning. You can use sheepskin and rub as much of this off as you can. I like the paper towel because it seems to pick up a little more off the surface in the beginning. Make sure we get all the edges. Okay, now I'll swap to some sheepskin. And you want to get as much off as you can. A lot of people think that you use sheepskin, you take off too much. Well, that can be the case if you don't do the next step we're about to do. And I will show you that as soon as we get this cleaned up, and I try to get as much off as I can. Don't want any dark spots that doesn't match the rest of it. Okay, so for the final step, this is kind of where the magic happens for me. And this is just my process. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Another coat of tan coat. Put it on, it kind of cleans up the surface. But you notice it gets dirty. All that dirty spots gets back down in those cuts. And when we wipe it off with a paper towel, it'll dry dark back in those cuts. So to me it's just a little cleaner. Cleans up the surface really well, makes it really tight and clean and not splotchy, because nobody likes splotchy. You just rub it all over, getting back in every little cut, every little crevice. Then we go back with another paper towel, and all you're doing is you want to keep this as flat as you can and just take off that surface. Rub it down really good, and you can see you start to take off that excess off that surface. And don't be scared if there's another spot on here that's got some antique where you don't want it. Get your tan coat, rub it clean, wipe it back down. Make sure and get those edges cleaned up. And that is my process for antiquing. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. If you'd like to see another video on tooling or drawing out patterns, just let me know. I'm very new to this. I've been challenged by some fellow saddle makers to start doing some videos and sharing my knowledge. So this is Eddie Pittman with Pittman Saddlery, and this is my antiquing process. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.